2010, at approximately 9:20 p.m., the Gloucester Township Police Department responded to a pedestrian motor vehicle crash on Blackwood-Clementon Road. Upon arrival, the initial officer observed that a young female was being placed in an ambulance and 3 male subjects were standing in the roadway. It was revealed that off-duty Officer Andrew Tweedley from the Linden Wolf Police Department had observed the crash. At the same time, Camden County College Security Officer Henry Rosenblatt also stopped to assist. They initiated first aid measures, and then both rolled the victim over and immediately began administering CPR. At the same time, off-duty Camden County Communications Dispatcher Chris Austin immediately stopped at the scene to assist. He directed traffic around the subjects giving CPR until our police units arrived on the scene. Information received from the paramedics and physicians at Cooper Hospital was that the immediate reaction and life-saving measures given by these 2 gentlemen made it possible for the young victim to survive. Patrolman Tweedley, Security Officer Rosenblatt, and Dispatcher Austin, you are to be commended for your outstanding assistance in immediately coming to the aid of a crash victim and administering first aid and CPR to this victim, possibly saving her life. Your professionalism was outstanding and very much appreciated by the Gloucester Township Police Department, and I'm proud to say that Miss Sydney Crosby and her mother, Angela Miller, are here tonight to give the award to these gentlemen for their actions that evening. Thank you. On July 4, 2010, at approximately 7:27 p.m., Investigator Ernest Basile and Patrolman Jason Fisher responded to a residence in the Iriel section of the township for a report of a female choking on food. Upon arrival, the officers observed an unconscious female lying on the floor. After numerous attempts with the Heimlich maneuver and abdominal thrusts, the victim's airway was finally reopened enough for the victim to regain consciousness. She was placed on high-flow oxygen and was transported by EMS to the hospital. It is reported back to the officers that a 2-inch piece of steak was removed from her throat. Investigator Basile and Patrolman Fisher, you are to be commended for the professional manner in which you handled this life-threatening medical emergency. You are a credit to the Gloucester Township Police Department and the community that we serve. Congratulations. He has been known as the Miracle Man by his doctors for his survival, and he's a very gracious person, thankful. On October 23, 2010, at approximately 10:12 a.m., Patrolman Jennifer McLaughlin responded to a residence in the Iriel section of the township for a report of an unconscious person. Upon her arrival, Patrolman McLaughlin found a male victim lying unconscious in a flower bed. Patrolman McLaughlin conducted a preliminary assessment of the victim's vital signs and determined that the victim was in need of emergency life-saving medical care. She manipulated the victim's position to facilitate the proper application of AED pads and to also administer CPR. Patrolman McLaughlin administered 2 separate defibrillator shocks to the victim, the second of which produced a strong pulse. Information was received from a close friend of the victim that he was up and about in the hospital and was being called the Miracle Man by the staff. Patrolman McLaughlin, you are to be commended for your life-saving actions and professional manner in which you handled this medical emergency. You are a credit to the Gloucester Township Police Department and the community you serve. Congratulations. this time, these officers will be receiving a life-saving citation. On February 14, 2011, at approximately 12:45 p.m., Sergeant Robert Medina of the New Jersey State Police was in a parking lot when he observed a head-on collision on Berlin Cross Keys Road. He immediately ran to check on the occupants of the two vehicles. The one vehicle had two deceased victims in the front seat. When he noticed an engine fire, he retrieved a fire extinguisher from a passing commercial vehicle and was able to slow down the fire until our police units arrived on the scene. Patrolman Dennis Richards of the Gloucester Township Police Department arrived on location to find the engine compartment almost fully involved. He assisted in extinguishing the fire. The vehicle was covered in airbag dust and smoke. A small child was then located in the back seat. The child was removed and placed on a bodyboard for transport to the hospital. Sergeant Medina should be commended for his quick actions during the intense high-stress situation. Because of the actions of Sergeant Medina and Patrolman Richards, a small child survived a major motor vehicle crash that resulted in 2 fatalities. Sergeant Medina and Patrolman Richards, you are a credit to the community which you serve. Congratulations.